Hi everyone and welcome to another HMW Up video. So today I am posting a bridal henna design and this one covers the palm of the hand and a little bit above the wrist. A while ago I remember seeing a person post a very simple bridal henna design on one of the henna pages, and somebody posted a comment saying that it's a very nice design but it's not bridal henna. I personally felt that was frankly inaccurate and quite harsh because there are no rules on what bridal henna is, and it can be as simple as the bride wants it and as complicated as the bride wants it. Ultimately, I think a bridal henna design needs to be something that matches that bride very well on her special day. So a bridal henna artist, if they are creating a custom design, would probably need to ask about the outfit that the bride is wearing and maybe the decorations that she's going to have, for instance the type of flowers, because you can match up the decorations with the henna design. Ultimately, as long as that henna design matches the bride and enhances her beauty on the day, for me personally it is bridal henna, no matter how simple or how intricate it is. So me doing this bridal henna design, which only goes up the palm of the hands, is my way of showing that you don't need something that is super intricate just for it to be bridal henna. And in fact, I could have created a much simpler design. I could have gone as basic as creating a mandala on the middle of the hand and then just doing some finger details. I was initially going to do that, but I felt like there are a lot of examples out there of that style of henna, so I decided to go with something a little bit different. The paste that I'm using right now is a mixture of Raj and Jamila, and actually I mixed up this batch of henna in December, and I think that I'm starting to see the effects of it wearing down, because I don't know if you can notice just by watching the video, but I had a lot of trouble with the henna coming out of the cone. It tended to clog up quite a bit, and that's not something that I've had a problem with when it comes to Raj and Jamila in the past. So I think it has got something to do with the fact that it's been in the freezer for a while. The other thing that I noticed is that the stain is not as dark as it would be if the paste was at its peak form. We probably all know by now that to preserve our henna paste we need to put it in the freezer, but the question that I always had is, even when it's in the freezer, how long does it really take for it to start losing its staining ability? And for me the answer seems to be around 3 months. In saying that, however, I have had batches of henna which have stayed at the same quality of staining and paste consistency up to the 6-month mark. So just because one batch of henna ruins in about 4 months, that doesn't mean that the other one will. The conclusion that I've drawn from this is that if you preserve your henna paste inside the freezer, then it will be good to use for about 4 to 6 months. So here you can see that I'm adding details on top of the swirls, and that's purely because I felt like the swirls were a bit repetitious and it did look a bit boring on the hand. And I find that when I look at my designs and if they look a little bit off, I can generally fix that just by adding in extra details such as two-tone henna or just adding in filler details inside the spare spaces. So if you create a design and you feel like something's off, try add in filler details just to see if that fixes it. Here I'm going back and just adding in a little bit more detail inside the U shapes on the wrist. So when it comes to the fingertip details, I'm doing some negative henna designs here. My cone was really clogging up by this point, which is why I did the teardrop shapes off camera, and then I just filled in the space around it with henna on camera. So this is the final design. Just so you guys know, I was feeling really off on the day that I did this, so I washed off the henna as soon as I did it, which is why there are no stain pictures for this video. But you can always watch the other videos if you want stain pictures. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.